For our 5.1 on your own, we are working on writing these different problems as ratios. So remember, ratios are just comparing different quantities. So our first problem here tells us that a bag of trail mix contains 3 ounces of peanuts, 6 ounces of cranberries, 2 ounces of almonds, and 2 ounces of raisins. What is the ratio of ounces of peanuts to ounces of almonds? So this time we are comparing peanuts here, and then we're comparing it to almonds. So it wants peanuts first to almonds. Peanuts first, almonds second, and it wants us to write it 3 different ways. So if you remember the 3 different ways, we can put it with a colon, we can use the word to, and we can write it as a fraction. So next up, now this time, same problem, bag of trail mix, 3 ounces of peanuts, 6 ounces of cranberries, 2 ounces of almonds, and 2 ounces of raisins. This time it wants the ratio of ounces of cranberries. So cranberries first is 6, 2 ounces of total trail mix. So we need to add all of these together to get that second number. So we're comparing 6 ounces of cranberries to what is that second number going to be, and writing that in 3 different ways with the colon, with the word to, and as a fraction. So we need to put all of those together to find that second total number of trail mix. For our next problem, we have these screws here, and we have 36 screws that are 1.5 inches long, 24 screws that are 2 inches long, and 12 screws that are 2.5 inches long. So this is just showing us a picture here. We have 36 of these, we have 24 of these, and we have 12 of these. What is the ratio of 1.5 inch screws to 2.5 inch screws? And we want that written in 3 different ways. Do not reduce. So how many of these do we have? So coming back, right? How many 1.5? It wants this number first. How many 1.5 inch screws do we have? We have 36 of these. How many of the longest ones do we have? Well, come and find how many of the longest ones do we have, writing it in the 3 different ways. So this next one, we have the same information. We have 36 of these short ones. We have 24 of these middle ones. We have 12 of these longest ones. This time it's asking us the ratio of the length of the screws. So that is a little different this time, the ratio of the length of the screws. So not just how many there are. So to the total length of all of the screws. So we're going to have to do a little bit of thinking here. So we have 24 of these, and they're 2 inches long. So 24, and each of them are 2 inches long. So the first one is 24. The second one is 24. So there's 2, there's 4, there's 6, there's 8, and we're doing that 24 times. So we need to do 24 times 2 to get this first number here. Now the second one asks us to compare it to the total of all of the screws. So that means we need to do 36 times 1.5, because we have 36 of these 1.5 screws. We have 24 of these 2 inch screws, and we have 12 of these 2.5 screws, and then we need to put those all together, and that will give us our total length. And we're writing our ratio 3 different ways. That's right, we're comparing the length. So the ratio of the length of the 2 inch screws to the length of all of the screws. Let's go ahead and complete that one and come back when you are ready to do the next one. Okay, Alfred mixes 1 part cleaner with 3 parts water. So 1 to 3. Alfred says that the ratio of cleaning solution is 3 to 1. Do you think he's correct? So I want you to think about that. So he does 1 to 3. He says that it's 3 to 1. Is that correct or not? So yes or no. And then why do you think that is correct? I'm going to click on this hint for you. So think about the total amount of cleaning solution that Alfred makes. So 1 part cleaner, 3 parts water. So yes or no. So 1 to 3, total of 4 pieces, 1 to 3, but it lists cleaner first, water second. And then over here we have 3 to 1. Let's go ahead and decide if you think 3 to 1 matches this answer over here. And then make sure you explain if these are the same or not. And our last one on your own says, which statement correctly uses ratio language to describe a part to whole? So part of it to the whole thing of 7 to 10. So there are 3 blueberries and 4 strawberries for every 10 grapes. So this should be 1 part. And when we put all the parts together, we get a whole. So it shouldn't be both parts together. 1 part. It's like, think right here. So if I gave an example here of here's 4, together they make 6. I can't put both the parts together. It's just 1 part. Together they make 6. 4 to 6. Total. So this statement would be 4 to 6. The green part is 4. The total part together is 6. So think about what statement could represent a part to whole ratio of 7 to 10. So go ahead and complete your on your own for 5.1.